Control feels safe, but it also keeps us bound. Today we let go of controlling our own plans so that we can step into the wide open freedom Jesus gives. Take a gentle breath and notice the gift of this pause. God is already here. In Matthew 3, John the Baptist had a picture of how things should go. When Jesus came to be baptized, John resisted. Verse 14 tells us that John would have prevented Jesus, saying, "I need to be baptized by you, and do you come to me to be baptized?" But Jesus answered, "Let it be so." God often does things differently than we would choose. Have you ever felt like John, resistant to what God might be doing, feeling like if it was up to you, you might even try to prevent certain things from happening, things that don't make sense, things that don't go along with the order of your plan, things that feel out of your control? As you bring those things to mind, what begins to shift as you hear Jesus say again, "Let it be so"? Let your next breath be a letting go kind of breath. Letting go of what you think should happen, and allow yourself to see the story unfold differently, even more beautifully than you might ever have imagined. Verse 15 says, "Then John consented." What does it look like to give your consent to Jesus today? Not controlled, not scripted, but surrendered to His plan instead of yours. The first disciples were mending nets when Jesus interrupted their plans. "Come, follow me," He said. They left behind their careful work, their family expectations, even their security, and stepped into something unknown. In what area of life do you hear Jesus calling you to come and follow Him? As you imagine taking steps toward Jesus, what might you be called to leave behind? What expectations, yours or others, might God be calling you to let go of? Although many times God calls us into the unknown, God never asks us to walk alone. Imagine yourself now stepping into your next unknown. But first, take a moment to engage your spiritual imagination and sense your hand in God's. You may not be able to see clearly, but what is sure is that God is with you and you are being led by God's goodness. In Matthew 16, we hear Peter say out loud what we so often think in our heads when we're desperate to control an outcome. Peter said, "Never, Lord, this shall never happen." Notice if there's a plan, an outcome, or a timetable you are holding tightly to. And without self-judgment, listen and receive Jesus' response to Peter. Jesus said, "You do not have in mind the concerns of God, but merely human concerns." Where might this feel true in your life as well? God is not late. God is not careless. God is not withholding good from you. God's way is wise, deep, and more generous and abundant than any plans we could fashion. If you sense any area where you're still struggling with wanting control, picture it in your hands right now. Imagine or feel the tightness of your grip around that area. And hear Jesus whisper one more time, "Let it be so." Pray with me as you breathe in, "Lord, help me." And exhale, saying, "To let go of control." And on the count of 3, together, we'll allow our hands to soften and release. 1, 2, 3. Release, allow, open. You don't have to figure it all out. You only need to follow. Allow God to surprise you with goodness beyond your control. This is the freedom you were made for, and it's for freedom that Christ has set you free. Amen. That was day 1 of our Total Freedom 5-day meditation challenge. Click below to keep going and experience the next 4 meditations free inside the Christ Center Tribe app. Let's walk this path of freedom together. Thank you for meditating with me, and stay centered, friend.